Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to find us on social media, we're on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on YouTube every Friday. We are down an Abel today. We will miss him this week, but we'll go ahead and start the show. So ticket takers, you arrived on Evanstar Isle to the Lutrinian capital city of Hyoli. You met with various members of the Lutrinian people, including Kaimana's mother, the person who believes that he's Kaimana's father, Kaimana's best friend when he was growing up, about 25 otter pups. Then you competed in a storytelling competition in which Kaimana took the grand prize, and then you met
with some help from jury.
And I think Soros also played the piccolo too. So, yep. And you met Makani, the dragon kind of guardian of the island and son of Naginda, and then bedded down for the evening on the ship. And with the knowledge that tomorrow is Kaimana's birthday. And also the surfing competition, or the semi-annual surfing competition that's run by Greg the Knoll on the North Shore. So ticket takers, as the day awakens, a beautiful sunrise over the verdant green island of Evanstar, what would you all like to do?
Question. This is Rob Metagaming. I wrote down Kaie. Who is that, and how do you pronounce it?
Oh, Kaia. That is
Okay.
That's the name that the Lutrinians have for Suvenar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kaie.
Long rest.
Kaia.
High spell slots.
Yep, you have a long rest, and the day is yours. The surfing competition is like around noonish, so you've got a morning here before the competition begins.
Go for a morning swim.
Okay, so you all watch as Kaimana just dives off the ship. Okay, and Soros dives off as well. There's a couple points where, as you're swimming, Soros, you just see a tentacle like sweep through the water from as Duke approaches up to these two swimming people in the ocean, and you see his like giant eye kind of turn and look at you for a moment, and then he slinks away back into the depths of the bay.
I'll do the mom thing of like dipping your toes in the water off the dock, but like, just watching the children. Yes.
Beautiful, like 80-degree, like blue lagoon waters of Duke's Cove.
Mar, are you watching? Are you watching, Mar?
Yes, I'm watching.
Soros learns how to float on his back. This is the greatest thing ever.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast sending this morning.
Okay.
Based on my sins of last night.
It's an obsession.
It is.
And you know who I'm like, good morning, Naira.
What you doing?
Trying to be better. It's beautiful here. Super nice. Surfing competition. That'll be interesting. Feels like we should be doing more saving the world, but here we are. Hope you have a good day. Yep, that's all. That's it. It cuts off. Like it just goes on until it cuts off awkwardly.
The message comes back a few moments later. Oh, Jury, just eating breakfast here with a few of the random people who have joined Nuevia. Getting to know Mar's parents a little bit. They're quite pleasant. It's good that you're experiencing a beautiful day. It's a little chilly here up above the clouds, but Look forward to seeing you soon. Stay safe as always.
I feel like a better person. I made one good decision this morning. Dre like comes up beside Mar like, aha.
Yes.
Always, I just like yesterday Naira was like I should message him more, and I did this morning.
Oh.
Stuff. Yep.
Good. That's improvement.
Yep. Called my mom last night. We're like we're on top of these things. Definitely not nervous about any of that. Nope, I'm doing great.
That's great. That's wonderful to hear, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's like those are your two people?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, you guys are my people, like, my priority.
No one else you want a message?
Well, should I message?
I don't know, I don't know. I was just wondering if there was anyone else waiting for you. Maybe pining for a sending spell from Juridan.
Would be pining to hear from me. I think most people are annoyed to hear from me.
Well, I mean, maybe equal parts, but,
Are you talking about Bolton? You say annoyed.
No,
It's always Bolton.
I'm not talking about
I think he's
Bolton.
probably happy I have not messaged him. I could do it as like a prank, though. We could prank him, though.
You used to love pranking Bolton. What happened to those days?
You're so fucking stupid. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a prank. Hold on. He's so stupid. God damn it. Hey, Bolton. It's your least favorite person, probably. The morning. Just checking in. How things are going. Mars is high. And we're on the beach. It's great. I got you a funny gift. Haha. Okay, there you go. Bye.
Great prank.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Really good.
I don't have to say the sending spell out loud, but I said it out loud so you could hear all of it.
Yeah.
I know. I appreciate the
Genius prank.
process.
There's
Really good.
There's an extended pause. Juridan. Lovely to hear from you, as always. Just here at the Blight. Joined the excursion. Keeping watch over Princess Alyria, who sends her love to the ticket takers. And Zell says hello to Ma.
Oh, no.
I suppose it's quiet here, so this was not quite an interruption, if that was your intention.
And he gets cut off.
Yeah.
That was weird. He wasn't like super annoyed and didn't like. I thought he'd be like, "Oh, Druden, God, you suck." I don't know. That was strange.
Oh, it's crazy. It's almost like you helped save his life once or something.
Yeah, like one time, but he helped save our life that one time. So I feel
That's
like we're
true.
on like an even kind of thing. Maybe I shouldn't like think about things in terms of that. You already fucked me up a little bit about that, but that's fine.
Yeah, maybe it's just, kinship. Friendship.
Friends? I mean, he like, yeah. Yeah. All right, does he figure it out? Nope. Oh yeah.
How many sending spells do you have a day?
I've got like one more.
You've got one more?
Mhm.
That's awesome. Could you just one, please? I'm gonna send you something.
Ooh, a prank?
I would love it if it was a prank, but I think it's actually a bummer. I think I'm actually gonna turn this fun, zany conversation into a downer.
I specialize in bummers. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, I'm glad we have that in common in this family. So let me. Sorry, I'm pasting something.
Higher level spells, so I think we need to roll 2.
Oh yeah, hold on.
And the fact that you're texting something
please roll a d10 for me too, Tree.
D10
makes me wonder if Mar is sending a meme.
No. That would be funny though. no text, just an image that flashes in your mind.
What was your D10?
A 9.
A 9. Hold on.
That's probably not good.
It's
either very good or not good at all.
We explode.
Okay.
That's how toxic my magic is today.
You feel like incredibly chaotic energy roiling off of you.
That's why I was so cranky today.
What level? Sinning is a 3rd level spell, right?
3rd level spell, so I just cast 2.
Okay, you cast 2. No.
Before we get your message.
Yes, go ahead and roll a D100 for wild magic.
I'm assuming this is the
Bolton one, of course.
I rolled a 39.
39. So as you cast the spell and send the message, as it returns to you, you suddenly like feel like this wash of like positive energy go through you, and you have 10 temporary hit points.
Am I in love? I have a crush on Bolton. Okay, 10 hit points. I'm so confused. That is the like crush effect.
I felt really good about that message.
I'm that partnered with Mar being weird about it. He's like, what? What the fuck is happening? All right, so then I'm gonna, all right.
You're gonna do it again.
Remember the sister that I have that you messaged before? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to message that one real quick.
Do we have to swear at her a lot again?
No, I wrote it out, and there's
beautiful.
Jury, there's not a single swear.
Oh, character growth. I'll take it.
Well, it's more so actually, I think, telling that I'm not going to swear at her. I don't know, but okay, I wrote it out for you, so.
All right, I shall read it. So I will cast my last sending, and then.
Oh yeah, wait! Add from Mar to it at the beginning. Sorry, I didn't put that.
You send it to me. Okay, I'll read it out. Okay, Jury takes the note and he looks at it, and then he's like, "Okay, I got it. I'll try to put the right inflection on this." So he sends, and he's, "I know everything. Tell me your plan, and I'll help. If not, I can't protect you. I love you. Don't do this alone. From Mar."
So, roll a D100 for me, please. You're on this.
Bursts into flames.
You're on the, you are literally on my chart that goes from inert to incredibly chaotic. You are on the incredibly chaotic.
I got an 82.
An 82. So as you cast the spell,
you lose 10 hit points.
Marlowe, the next time you take an action, you can take 2 turns.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wild magic is fucking awesome today.
You feel like this burst of energy go through you, like you can move quicker than you think.
Sorry, you got the good shit going on today.
I know, I like this town. This town is doing it for me.
Don't say it. Don't say it. I swear to God, we're gonna be so screwed if you say it.
We need to make Jury a shirt that says, "This is my town. This is my city."
It says this. Maybe this is my town.
It needs to be a tour shirt.
And it's every place we've been, just like X'd out.
I am fine with that being our first piece of official merch.
Yeah.
So bad.
All right. So there's an extended pause, but then just when you think that maybe you will not be getting a reply comes back, and the warm voice of Eris appears. Leave it to Marlowe to send somebody else to communicate, of course. If she knows everything, then she knows it might be quite difficult for me to expose myself. I think we'll be seeing each other sooner than we think. Tell her to stay safe.
I relay this back to Mar, and I'm like, oof.
Well, that's the best I could have hoped for, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. She didn't swear at you. I mean, I feel like a lack of swearing.
No, she never really swears at me. That's the worst part. She doesn't have to.
Yeah, Amanda has the ability to swear without swearing. So.
Yeah.
With her actions.
Yeah.
Amanda, as Eris, was just so delightfully condescending that it was just like I was a ball of energy being like, stop! So mean to me.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see if I can talk to Kaimana's mom real quick, and then I'll join y'all for the surf thing.
Okay. So, Jury, you make your way down the wharf and then up the cliff to Hau'ole proper.
Sure.
You find the Makuehine are doing a kind of a ritual casting in the central part of the town. This is magic is not like a super central component of Lutrinian life, but the Makuehine, or specifically the Mahu of the Makuehine, are the main casters here. And you're seeing them kind of like pushing this spell back and forth between them in this circle. And eventually like a cloud begins to form in the middle of the circle between them. And Paina, the leader of the Mahu, throws their hands up into the air and the cloud rises up. And you see just suddenly this like explosion of clouds across the horizon, and wind begins to pick up. And you see like on the distance of Duke's Cove, the wind is directed in such a direction that it's creating steady, consistent waves on the North Shore. They've clearly just done this so that the competition today will have fair waves and not just Duke's random, like, what waves can I create as a cuttlefish? Awesome. But you make your way kind of around them and into the Makuene kind of enclave, and you see Iwalueha, Kaimana's mother, and she's in the process of eating some mashed plantains and some fruits and drinking like a coconut beverage, having a breakfast, and appears to be doing paperwork, which involves carving notes into banana leaves. And then she kind of rolls them up and kind of cinches them tight and then hands it off to somebody, and then notices your presence. Oh, Jaredin, it is good to see you again. Is everything okay this morning?
Yeah, I was just wondering if I could borrow a moment of your time, pick your brain while you're doing this kind of thing, if you had a minute.
But if you do not mind that I eat while they do that, that is okay.
Fine.
Yes. Yep. Would you like anything to eat?
Nope, I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh, but the mango is delicious. We put this chili spice on it.
I'm eating it already. Yep.
It's a little spicy, so careful.
That's fine.
But okay.
I'm good. This is my fantasy universe in which I can eat spicy food.
There you go.
Great. That's great.
And then she hands over like a half coconut where it looks like they've like whisked the interior of it, so all of the meat has been kind of pulverized into it. There's like a slurry of coconut milk in there, and there's some kind of warm, incredibly warm, fragrant spice that is rising out of it. You can smell it immediately, and then there's a sprinkle of like pistachio nuts on top.
I take this and I take my flask and I'm like, the power I have.
As you bring out the flask, Iwalueha like holds out her coconut.
Hell yes! I pour for both of us.
Okay, and then she toasts and then slurps. And it's like a little rolled banana leaf straw coming out of it. Yeah.
Oh, I love this place. I was wondering, I just want to ask you a few things about Kaimana. It's like he's been our companion for a while.
He's okay.
Yeah, it's just it's strange to me he can do magic.
Why is that strange to you?
it feels well. It's like you guys do magic, but he has like
I can't do magic. No.
Yeah, but it seems like there's just clerics here, and he's got like druidic magic.
Well,
it just feels like it's less common. I don't know if that's the case.
It is not very common in Lutrinian culture for those to have magics. We do not study the arcane, so we don't have wizards. Occasionally, a sorcerer might be born, we call them chosen of Suvanar or Kaea, because they typically are storm-based entities. We have not had a druid for some time, and the Mahu are trained in the divine arts, so they are not naturally gifted with magic in this sense, but they are a close-knit community that pass their secrets on to each other. But no, Kaimana is a rare one. It only comes from my line. So any of the druidic casters would be ancestors of Kaimana's.
So it was passed down to him.
Yes, there's a reason for that. It is not something I've ever told Kaimana. Kind of something that we don't talk about because we don't want to be seen as different than other Lutrinians.
Sure. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, but we're going to be doing a lot of dangerous stuff as adventurers. It's not easy and it's not safe always. And we would all lay down our lives before we let anything happen to him. But if there's anything you want to tell him, you should. I like point to like where the veil, like where we've been talking about that stuff.
Off in the distance. I suppose today is his ascension to adulthood. He probably deserves to know.
He's an adult now? Oh, we've been giving him alcohol. Is that bad? Should he not have alcohol yet?
Oh, we have a trick when Lutrinians are cutting teeth. You take a mango slice and you soak it in really good rum.
Okay.
And just rub it on the gums. Yes. Kaimana's had alcohol for quite some time.
That's fine. Good. Right. I was just making sure culturally that was fine.
How long was he teething?
He's still teething to this day. Thank you for being so inviting.
It's nothing bad. I just
no.
Kaimana always felt like he was so different. I didn't want to add one more thing to his plate.
He's got a lot of friends that care a lot about him. So.
He is a strange one.
He's strange and wonderful.
Oh yes, a light of. I have had many children. I think. How many have I?
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna take the alcohol.
And he's very special.
I'll take the alcohol, and that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just pick your brain about stuff.
Yes, if you ever have tooth pain, though, mango soaked in rum.
I feel like rum is always the answer. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Of course. I will see you at the. Are you going to be surfing?
I don't think so. I think I need to go find a birthday present for the special guy.
Oh, I hear he likes clams.
I've got something special in mind.
Okay. Well, it is not normal to give gifts on birthdays here because, Kaimana is one of dozens that will be celebrating today. But I think that it is a nice gesture.
He is. He saved my life, and he's so incredibly important to me. And I would do anything for him.
That is good to know.
Okay. All right. And I like cheers to her, and I'll head out. Yep, don't worry, I got you. Yeah, I'll go back.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I was after swimming for a while going to find Greg. I was after swimming for a while going to find Greg and get the basics of how to surf.
Okay. So you head to the North Shore, and the beach has been transformed over. Apparently, like in the morning, people woke up and they started hanging streamers, and there are large, tall stakes of palm trees that have been carved out with these beautiful, long trailing banners that are hanging off of them in colors of blues and greens and very sea-based. They've decorated the North Shore for the competition, and you see like there's many people working here. Greg is here, but he's not one of the people working. He's just kind of like sitting in the back, like he's like laying down on his board, like just like practicing the movements. And he's like, yeah, like you guys can just like hang that over there. I think that it'll look really keen. I think like one more banner over there is like perfect. He's like directing, but no one's really listening to him, as this is he's kind of the organizer for the event, but he is there on the beach. Ah, Saurus, like you're Saurus, right? You're like Kaimana's friend.
Yes, that is correct.
Cool. Well, man, like welcome to the North Shore. Like, are you coming? Are you here? You're a little early for the competition, but like, I guess you want to get a good seat.
Well, I think I might want to enter. I just figured I wanted to see how you do it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And he like goes over to like a bag that's next to him, and he reaches in and pulls out a longboard out of a bag of holding. And he's like, I've got like, it's all longboards in there, but like you've got a couple here. Like, do you like this one? I think it's like, it's white, like kind of your white. I think like it's got like red on it. I think it kind of matches your style.
Wait, what's the weight limit on the bag of holding again?
A lot. It's like 500 pounds or something.
Okay, yeah, so that's like 50 surfboards.
Yeah, he's got like 50 surfboards in there. And so he kind of lays it out. He's like, all right, so like the first step, well, first, like, are you like really dexterous? Are you are you kind of a slow on the uptake?
I do a handstand on one finger.
Well, I guess, I mean, okay, I guess we're showing off here, but that's okay. All right, cool. So like, I guess we can like go through the really basics here. So like, you gotta like, okay, he lays the board down next to him. He's okay, like first thing, like we're gonna like, you spend a lot of time in the water. Like, I don't know, like you don't look like a water guy, but I could be wrong. I mean,
not at all.
Oh, okay, well, this is going to be great. Okay, so he lays down on the board and like kind of directs you to match him. And he kind of goes through the general, like how to lay on the board and stroke through the waves. And he's like, and you got to just kind of like feel the ocean, because like, if you fight against the ocean, it's going to throw you off the board. And that's the opposite of what you want to do when you surf. You want to stay on the board.
Right.
Okay, so like that's the first rule of surfing, is like, the board is where you're supposed to be.
Got it.
Okay, cool. Now, this isn't surfing, like when we're on sand, right? So like that's clearly not surfing.
That's sand surfing.
No, and that's a completely different sport. I hear they do that in like the desert, but like not here. Okay, so like well, the waves are coming. Oh, who's a wave? You got to like ride with it, okay? And then when you feel like you get out a little bit, and you'll have like these like lulls where there's just kind of like, light waves kind of coming through and cresting. You gotta like look for the killer wave, right? Like the one you're gonna ride the best. And that's when you're gonna like paddle as hard as you can towards the wave and then start turning, so that as the wave is beginning to build, you're matching its momentum, right? And then, then you just got to stand up. So like, and like standing up, you like pull your feet up as quickly as you can, like one foot in the front, one towards the back, hunch down your body a little bit. He's like showing you how to do it. And then you just have to balance.
Okay.
Now, like if you're really cool, you can like do like cool tricks and things. But as a beginner, I don't know if I suggest that, but you can always try.
I saw somewhere like the person was standing on the front of the board. I think that would be cool.
I mean, yeah, it's like how many toes do you have? Oh, okay. So like for you, it'd be like a hang 8, I think, because like you got like there's 4 in the front. Like it'd be like a little difficult to get that other one in there. But so like so like I guess we just put it in the water, and like at this point you start to feel this wind kind of coming off of the waves as clouds have suddenly appeared in the sky. And he's like, oh, I guess like they've already kicked up the waves, so like we can like, get some of the.
I'll just wait to the competition and try it then.
I mean, that's a bold choice.
Well, what's the worst that could happen is I could wipe out disastrously, and in which case the Latrinian pups will have a great amusement at my expense.
Oh, they do love the wipeout. That's true.
So either way, I'm good. Either way, I'm going to be entertaining. And
we give a reward for like the gnarliest wipeout. So okay. There's a way to like, just lean into him. Oh yeah. Like. Okay. I mean, you won't get hurt. Like we're not gonna he kind of points towards like a reef area. Like he's like, we're not over in the reef, so you're not gonna like get cut up or anything. But like lean into like to really sell it if you want that. If you want to be the worst, then
I have a goal now.
Okay. Well, I look forward. Is anybody else on your team competing other than Kaimana, of course?
I feel like Jury's coming up and he's like, no.
I would love to see Mark compete, but I don't think they will.
Well, I mean, the more the merrier. Like, I'm not competing because that would be unfair. Like, because I'm not just like the best surfer, but I'm also the organizer, and I feel like that's a conflict of interest.
Well, you need to be the judge. You need to have somebody who knows what they're doing. Make judgment calls.
I don't like to judge people, Source. Like,
my mistake.
I mean, like everyone's like has things they bring to the table. Like, why should I?
Because you're finding the things that they bring that other people might not notice.
Oh no, we got like, so the judges are past winners who like are now like too old to surf. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm just here like I'm like the hype dude. You can tell I'm like really energetic. So like I just get really excited.
Your words cannot express how it feels.
Oh man, that's the nicest thing that anyone said to me this morning.
Is there a tandem division?
Yeah, sure.
I'm wondering if Source and Kaimana can compete and do like the 2-person like stand.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, so there's the solo, and it's kind of like age bracketed. So this will be the first year that Kaimana is competing in the adult bracket. So there's like the kiddies and then the adults, and then there's a tandem as well.
So do you want to compete in the solo and tandem?
Sure.
Yeah, do that.
And he goes out back to kind of laying on his board and yelling directions at people who are not listening to him.
Kaimana's going to do some stretches.
Okay. So you're stretching there.
Yeah.
Boris is going to do the stretches that Kaimana.
You're imagining like, yep. All right. Anything else that ticket takers would like to do before the competition begins?
Not before, but during, and I sent you a message about it.
I also sent you a message with questions. So look at the questions.
Okay, so let's see.
So the secretive, roguey, bardy people are asking you things.
I think the answer is no, but I wanted to ask.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh God! I have to read the description.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it like organic materials or
Yeah,
like inorganic material only? Like, is it like plastic always?
Let's see. When you complete the paint object, it becomes a real non-magical object.
Okay.
It creates an actual door. It just says it can't have a value greater than 25 gold.
So it could be the adjective that I put to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No. So the only thing where it's not what you really painted is if you paint something that's worth more than 25 gold, a close inspection would reveal that it's not actually made out of that material. So like if you painted a diamond, somebody could look.
It's not infinite money. Yes. Okay. But so it does do what I asked you to do.
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, just reading the it says you can do flowers, trees, cells, roofs. Yeah, I think. Yep.
Amazing. Okay, so Mars posted up on the beach. They've got like a little like towel setup, and they are actually bringing out some paints.
Okay. Make a stealth check, Jerry.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be so awkward if it's not good.
This is
Straight dice. Oh, Jerry, why? I should have cast invisibility. This is gonna be so awkward. I only got an 11.
Okay. So Marlo definitely sees you slinking away, and I believe that Kaimana does as well, and I think Soros might too.
Soros has a 20-something%.
Yeah. And I
think
actually
more than all of our past.
Everybody, including Abel, sees you go away.
I'll just kind of like message you and be like, "What?"
I reply and I'm like, "Birthday surprise, distract the boy. I'll be back."
Okay, I'm going to do control water on the ocean, and I'm going to make it look like a big Lutrinian with a staff. I'm trying to make it look like a big Kaimana. Like I shape it into a big Kaimana.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And then I go, "Oh my God, Kaimana, look!"
Whoa!
And I make it like wave the staff and wait. This can go for 10 minutes. So I just keep changing it to different shapes and stuff, just for everybody's entertainment.
All right, Josh, I messaged you about that.
Okay. All right. So Jordan, you go behind like the dunes and you find a quiet spot. You take a moment and you cast the spell.
And I got to roll wild magic on that.
Oh,
too.
You definitely have to roll.
Yeah.
That'll be roll a D100.
Cool. Very cool day for me. 45.
As you're casting, suddenly you feel yourself like lift off the ground and you are levitating above the space where you're casting, which only adds to the epicness of the cast.
I'm like swimming back to finish the sigil.
Yeah. And then you release and suddenly you step out and you are in the palace in Nuevia.
Beautiful. I am gonna cast invisibility on myself, which I think again is gonna fucking be another check. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it second level? All right. See if it goes.
Oh, it's second level. Hold on.
Second level.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, that's great. Oh, and it's a mandolin spell, so I don't have to use my thing. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I cast invisibility and I go try to find that thing I've told you about.
All right. Do you want to RP that or do you want it to be a complete surprise?
I want that to be a surprise.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please.
Sure. I rolled a nat 1. Where the fuck am I?
So you lose about an hour of time, and then finally, like the invisibility wears off, but you've made it far enough out into the palace proper that it's not that big of a deal. But eventually, you see somebody that you recognize, and you can ask what you're looking for is.
Who is it though?
It is.
Who is it that I recognize?
Oh, it's Ogun because he's the only person that you know that stayed behind.
So awkward.
Yeah, and so he's like really. Sure. He's asks many questions about how Abel is doing and how everything's going.
I give him many answers.
Okay, and then he points you in the direction of where you would like to go.
Thank you. We'll be back soon. I promise. We're coming right back.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, back at the beach, Marlo's painting. The people
like still watching everything,
Sure, yeah.
like a slow pace.
Yeah, people begin to arrive, and you can kind of see like there's like 5 or 6 young pups that are with their little boards that are kind of lining up, getting ready for the children's competition, and then you can see like 4 very tall, lean Lutrenians who have their boards. And then you see Paina, the Makuhine leader, with their board as well show up. And then Kaimana and Saurus are competing against them in the solo competition. So the kind of a moment goes as everyone's kind of gathering. And then finally, Greg kind of steps up on like a little platform and he's like, all right, everybody, let's welcome ourselves to the Spring Surfing Spectacular, brought to you by Greg the Knoll. All right. So we've got a couple rounds of competition today. We've got some new bloods in the water. Looking at you, Mr. Saurus. And we've got the returning champion over here. And he references like this very tall, beautiful female Lutrenian wearing a beautiful sash and has a gorgeously carved board. And she kind of like turns and waves at everybody. And then and he's like, all right, everybody. So we're going to start with the most important competition of the day, the pup roll. So, all right, you little ones, hit the water. And you just see like 5 of them like run into the spray and then like put their boards down and then start paddling out into the water. And one after another, you see them kind of hit a wave and go through. And it's very, there's none that like stand out as like prodigies, but they are very successful at standing up on their boards, riding the waves, coming in to shore with the cheering adoration of all the Lutrenians cheering them on.
Yeah, Kaimana's like hyping them up the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's around the middle point of this, as there's like a elimination process where it gets down to the last 2 pups, where Awalaweha kind of comes up next to you, Kaimana. Kaimana, happiest of birthdays to you.
We probably share the same birthday, don't we?
Awalaweha, your mother? No, she's.
Sorry, I was misconstruing her as a.
Sorry. No, Macaulay. No. So, and she is. It is always an honor to watch you surf on your birthday. Of course, you were born on the day of the surfing competition. It fits so well. Are you looking to do better than you did last year?
Well, I wasn't here last year.
A year ago?
Oh, a year. I choose to believe this is Kaimana being a dimwit as well, but yeah, no, he figures it out.
Yeah, the 6-month competition ago. No, you missed that one because that's the day before when you fell asleep on your canoe. But
yeah.
But you had a rough tumble last year, and I know that you wanted to be the top Lutrenian, but this year you are competing against the adults, and she kind of looks over at the ones that are all at least a foot taller than you. But you feel ready to go?
Well, I'm out of practice, but I just want to. I'm here, and I feel like it would be a shame not to.
Yep, that's a good attitude to have. Your friend Jury came by.
Jury's a good person.
I think he was trying to intimidate me into honesty.
Jury can be intimidating?
Or maybe he was trying to get me drunk.
I think he might have just wanted information.
Oh, okay. Well, after the competition, I have a present for you.
What's the occasion?
It's your birthday, come on.
Yeah, but so is a lot of other. We don't do that.
I know. It's you have new customs and new friends, and I'm going to the new customs.
Oh well, thank you very much, Mom.
So find me before the festival, before the feast.
Okay.
And she kind of goes back and to sit with all the other Makuene on their podium platform, and takes out like a big leaf and fans herself. In the heat here is not like oppressive, but it is rising as the day goes on. But we get to finally they crown the winning little pup. And then Greg kind of is like, all right, everybody, it's now time for the solo, the solo swims. We're going to go one at a time with our competitors. We've got 4 returning Lutrinian swimmers, including our dear beloved Kaimana, and as well as the new self-taught by Greg the Knoll. So, I'm not going to say I'm playing favorites. I'm not judging. So Saurus is going to compete as well. So we're going to go ahead and roll to see who's going to go first. So we're going to draw straws. Yeah.
Josh, how many, is it like a typical surfing competition where you get like 5 minutes to make as many runs as you can?
Yes. So for the kids, it was more just like, could they stay on their things for the full time? But you're going to have basically what it will roll down to is you'll be able to hit 3 waves. And so there will be a series of perception checks to see if you're catching a good wave. And then there will be some acrobatics checks and things like that to make sure that you're maintaining your balance. So Saurus will probably do fairly well. But yeah, so that'll be that. But what we need is Kaimana and Saurus roll a d20 for me, please. And I'm going to have the other 3 competitors roll d20s as well.
Is this just a straight up roll? Or
yes, just a straight. This is just to see who has the biggest, draws the straws in order.
I got 5.
19.
Okay, so it'll be the returning champion drew the long straw. Let me hold on a second. Whoops, that is not what I want. All right. And Kaimana, you recognize the returning champion. She is typically on like her normal day, she's one of like the main cooks for the village, and is quite accomplished. But this is Alani, and she does cooking because it doesn't take as much time away from surfing. So she can spend a lot of time in the water. And so Alani goes out to the waves, and she's going to, let's see, she's going to roll all 3 just so we're cutting through those. All right, so the first 2 waves that she hits, you see that they're like middling range. They're not super tall. However, one of them is a massive, like a 20-footer. She hits that, and all 3 of her surfs are clean, but on the 20-footer, there's a beautiful barrel that forms in it, and she's able to skate through. And at the very end, she shoots out to the top of the wave and kind of flips up into the air, and then comes down on it and rides it all the way into shore. And then her time is called. So Greg kind of is like, all right, so Alani up first with some impressive footwork there. Clearly going to be, as the returning champion, the otter to beat. Up next, we've got our new blood, Saurus, who drew the next straw. All right, Saurus, just remember, like, you got to attack the waves. Look out for good ones. I don't know if you know what that means.
Wipe out at the end.
And then, oh, you're going for failure, then you are destined to succeed.
Okay, so what Saurus's goal is since he's going to be doing the doubles competition with Kaimana later, is he wants to learn the balance part of it. And because of that, because it's going to be experimenting front of the board, back of the board, he knows it's going to be a lousy ride, so he plans on just eating it at the end of it. I mean, just like spectacular nose riding, just straight down into the thing to be flipped back over. So his goal is to learn how to surf and wipe out in the most spectacular way he possibly can.
Fantastic. All right. So first, so you charge into the waters and you paddle out beyond the breaks, and you're kind of in those like lulls where the bigger waves are building. Go ahead and make your first perception check for me, please.
30.
So you're carefully watching the waves, and you see kind of like at the back of crests, one that's building further back than the other waves, and you know that this is going to be a massive wave. And so if your goal is to wipe out, what better way to wipe out than on a massive wave? But so you charge towards that one and start swimming. And you're kind of swimming with the path as the wave builds. Kaimana, you're watching probably a 30 or 35 foot wave begin to take form as the frothy white form of the break begins to make. And Saurus, you kind of feel yourself being drawn quickly up towards the top. You have to get onto your board so you can gain control. Otherwise, you'll crest out the top. So go ahead and make a acrobatics check with disadvantage because you've never done this before.
Okay, I rolled an 18 and a 19, and my acrobatics bonus is plus 15.
So all of you...
So that's 18 plus 15.
Yeah.
So that's a 33.
33. So all of you watch as like the break begins, and Kaimana, you've seen this happen a dozen times with even experienced surfers on tall waves where the break hits and you're just destined to see a wipeout moments later. But suddenly you never saw the jump, as the next thing you see is Saurus shooting out of the break and coming above the barrel, and the barrel's kind of breaking behind him as it's crashing and roaring back behind Saurus. It's almost like in Saurus's wake, the barrel is rolling down. If this is where you would like to wipe out Saurus, you've made an incredibly impressive run so far. So this would be the point where you'd have to make that decision.
Did I learn something from catching the wave?
Yeah, so you've learned how to balance, and you feel, as you're moving backwards, how it kind of pushes the board up. When you move towards the front, how it dives deeper down into the wave. You've learned with a 33 how to cut along the wave and kind of do back and forths. You feel like you could probably, if you wanted to, try to shoot out the top of the wave and do a flip or a kind of
I'm
turn.
going to shoot out the top of the wave and just swan dive.
But you want to make it look like a convincing wipeout and not a purposeful wipeout.
Right. So basically, I'm going to shoot up and the board's going to drop out from beneath me, and just my momentum is going to keep going straight.
Okay. So what I need is Saurus to make either a deception or performance check so it doesn't look purposeful.
Deception or performance. They're both +1, so it doesn't matter. 15.
A 15. That's decent enough, especially at the distance. So Kaimana, as you're watching and everyone else is watching, you see like Saurus is like he's gonna go for the he's going up, and it looks like he's trying to like copy Alani's move of coming up above the wave and like doing a 360 or a 180, as you're going, Saurus, you're leaning back on the board and you suddenly feel the barrel is closing, and you push forward just enough to drag the board a little bit to slow your momentum. So the very next thing you see is the barrel roll over you, and the board shoots up beyond the wave, up into the air, and flips and flips and flips. And all of you just see a moment later, like doing somersaults, Saurus rising into the air and then crashing back down into the top of the wave, and then just flipping and flipping and flipping up to the shore and being dumped onto the black sandy beach in a wet, hairy mess of Saurus. And Greg's like, oh man, like what a beautiful first outing, and then a terrible, terrible wipeout at the end. Everybody gives Saurus a round of applause for his first try, and everyone's kind of clapping and he's like, well, I mean, it was a wipeout. You don't have time to get out there to hit the other wave, Saurus, so that's your only first go. But I mean, like, definitely in the running for the worst run of the day.
I spit the sand out of my mouth and go, learned a lot. That was fun.
Good. All right. And
the funniest thing is, Josh, for me as a surfer, because growing up at the beach, the wipeout was my best move. And it's funny because I could catch the wave and go down, and what would typically happen is I'd go up, try and get to the top of the wave and kick back down it, not catch air, but just do that. And I would get a little too high and push the base of the board through the wave, and then I would fall into the trough to get picked up by the wave and slammed a second time.
Yep.
So a friend of mine, Bradley Cox, was actually in waist deep water, and he said, I just saw your foot and calf come by. Nothing else, no boards, no rest of Rob. He's like, did we cut him in half?
Yeah. This is definitely just a white body in the wave, just being dragged up and then slammed down into the surf.
So this is very appropriate.
All right. The other two competitors go through. The first one has a horrible time. They catch a very small 10-foot wave, and then they overestimate the break and they're thrown off. But it doesn't look like it is as impressive as a wipeout as Saurus is, just by the sense that Saurus caught one of the largest waves of the day so far. And their second and third waves are also not impressive. They do manage to ride one in all the way, but they're nowhere near as close to Alani's performance. The third one does a middling performance across the board, and doesn't wipe out. So you're only competing against the second one for the wipeout Saurus. But also is not in the running for the top run of the day. But then it gets back to Greg, and Greg's like, all right, so we've got one final competitor all the way from a 6-month hiatus from the waters. We have our dear Kaimana, the champion storyteller from the night before. Can he make it a deuce? I don't know. All right, Kaimana, hit those waves. And he tells you to charge out.
Kaimana like wave to the crowd a little bit before he heads out.
The moment Kaimana waves to the crowd, all of you who are not Lutrinians see like 175 Lutrinians all go. But you head out. All right, so go ahead and make your first perception check, Kaimana, to see if you can catch a good wave.
Perception. 14.
So your first wave, you go to hit one, and as it's rising up, you realize it was probably not as tall as you thought it would be. It's probably like a 15-footer, but you are riding it now, so you're going to go ahead and tear through with it. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check to see if you can stand up. 15. So you cleanly stand up and you find your balance on the board. This one's not going to have a huge barrel or a huge break. So like when you have a small wave, that your best bet is to show maneuverability in the water. So that's more impressive, or to do some kind of trick with it. What would Kaimana like to do?
Kaimana is going to turn around and face the wave and bow, because that's the tradition, to give thanks to the wave and the competition and return a gesture. So it's completely selfless. Like, he's not trying to win anything. He's just saying thanks.
Okay, so for your first wave, you turn around on the board and you're facing backwards. So you are riding, what is it? In surfing or in skateboarding, riding backward is called like something. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, so you are going backwards on the wave and you bow. And Greg from the thing is like, all right, the first competitor today to give thanks to the ocean. And as you're watching Kaimana, like off behind this wave, you just see like 3 tentacles rise up in the water and like wave a little bit. And then you turn back around and you cleanly ride this wave to its conclusion. But you have time to go out for at least 1 or 2 more waves. So go ahead and make another perception check for your second wave.
Let's go, Kaimana.
That's a 28.
A 28. So as you let a couple go by, and you see like the tentacles like slam down back into the water, and then coupled with a gust of wind, you feel a massive swell building up beneath you, and you are riding what you think is like a 30-footer. It's going to have
this is probably the biggest wave Kaimana's ever.
Yeah, because you've only done the kiddie waves before. And so it's going to have a beautiful barrel. It's going to have a beautiful break. So go ahead and make a acrobatics check to make sure you can stand up on the fast fall of this wave.
11?
So it's shaky. And so as you're going to get up, you kind of lose a little bit of balance, and it causes you to lose height down into the waves. So you catch yourself in the lower portion of the trough. You can make another acrobatics check to see if you can correct, but you've lost a lot of momentum.
I am going to just try to stay. I'm not going to do any hot dogging. This is just to stay on the wave and finish the ride.
Okay, good. That'll lower the DC. So go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
You got this.
The 19.
Okay, good. So you're low in the trough. The barrel is breaking above you. And so you're just trying to stay ahead of that so you don't get wiped out. But you manage to ride it back into after the breaks, and you find yourself with just enough time for one final wave. So go ahead and make a perception check.
Come on, Kaimana.
Let's go.
I start chanting his name.
29.
No.
29. So you let a couple more waves go by, and then another huge swell comes in, and this one is even taller. So you've got like a 35, 40 foot wave.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a acrobatics check.
I wonder if there's anything I can do to notice. No, I'm gonna play this fair. I'm not gonna use any magic or anything. Just that straight acrobatics.
Yep.
15.
You manage to pop up on it, and you find yourself right in the beautiful cusp where just as the barrel begins to form and is breaking over you, and it's this gorgeous, like the wall of water shooting through over the sun coming through it and hitting that like scattering light effect. This may be the first time that Kaimana has ever been able to ride in the barrel of a wave. And you find yourself at the very perfect speed to maintain the barrel. You can try to shoot out of it and do a trick. You can ride the barrel. It's up to you.
He's going to do the same thing he did on the first wave and thank the wave that comes.
Okay, good. So what everyone else sees is just like the tip of Kaimana's longboard at the front of the barrel, but you can't really see Kaimana except for like a shadow behind the break. And then as the wave begins to lose its height as it comes in to crash, suddenly Kaimana's longboard shoots out of it, and you all see him in this beautiful bow facing backwards, and he's been riding the barrel backwards the entire time as he carefully comes in and slides into a safe up onto the sandy shore, landing from the last one. And Greg says, I don't know, guys, like sometimes the simplest stuff has the most impressive ending. Riding backwards through an entire 40-foot wave, pretty impressive in my book. I'm not judging people. And people are shouting Kaimana. There's some people shouting Alani, and so it goes to the judges. And
can I do like because I'm so loud and imposing, obviously, can I roll like, not that I'm directly intimidating people into yelling for Kaimana, but just the force of my presence yelling for Kaimana influences people to also cheer for Kaimana.
Yes, now
inspiration, not intimidation.
Yes, so roll either a persuasion check or an intimidation check, depending on how you want it to come across.
It's gonna be intimidation because it's better for me.
Okay.
That is a 13.
A 13. You definitely get a few more individuals who had been saying Alani. You just hear like Alani, Kaimana, as they like see this imposing figure who is taller than them, shouting and cheering for.
Do you have Wave Dancer out?
No, Wave Dancer lives in a pocket dimension.
I just picture it being the pups that she watched that are going, Alani, Kaimana.
Back and forth.
Yeah, Peloti is like, okay, wait, Kaimana. All right, so this will come down to some luck checks. And so we've got 3 judges, so it'll be 3 luck checks. So you're looking for above a 10 is a Kaimana vote, below a 10 is an Alani vote. So
Let's go, buddy. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
The first judge rolls an 11. So you see the first judge kind of stand up and they wave a flag that kind of matches Kaimana's like colorations, that bluish fading to sea green.
Before the judges, this is before they've announced their decision. Kaimana will have gone up to Alani.
Okay.
And said that you serve really great, and I just want you to know that no matter what the judges say, I think that you had the best today.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Kaimana. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that a pup came up from the pups and beat the adults in their first wave.
I'm just here to have fun.
Aren't we all? Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
Right. The second judge also stands up and waves a blue to green banner. The final judge stands and waves a kind of a reddish to golden orange one, which matches Alani's board. And so Greg kind of stands up and says, well, we got an upset, guys. While Alani had a masterful wave, the 40-footer, the tallest wave of the day, and a clean, beautiful, honoring the wave and honoring the nature that stands around us, the winner is Kaimana! And everyone kind of cheers and claps and cheers. Yep. All right. So then the deuce competition is up next.
Who won the wipeout?
Oh, they announced the wipeout at the end because it includes the deuce wipe. The deuce might also have a wipeout. All right, so there's only 2 teams, so it's just you and another team. So go ahead and roll a d20, Kaimana, and we'll see if you go first or if they go first.
I'm still here. My screen's just dark.
That's fine.
I got a 3.
A 3. Okay, so the other team goes first, and it is 2 of the other 2 individuals, not Alani, who only surfs solo, who are going together, and they have like one of those longer boards for this, and they charge out into the waves together, and they're swimming through. Their first wave, they crash and burn. It is not as impressive as Saurus's wipeout, but it is still quite impressive. Their second wave, they don't manage to catch a second wave. And their third wave, they catch a beautiful 25-foot wave, has a small barrel. At one point, they... that's a natural 20. One of them kind of like jumps up onto the shoulders of the other one and like T-poses on their shoulders as they're riding in. And... but at the last second, they fall off. And so one of them falls off into the water, but the other ones manage to stay on the board and hold it so they don't get disqualified from the match as they make it into the space. So it comes down to you all. So you charge into the water. Go ahead and make a perception check. You'll have a chance for up to 3 waves depending on success.
That's 25.
Okay, that's better.
Okay. And you can also, like, if you want to do it with advantage, you can assign somebody to do that. Yeah. So if you want to roll again, Saurus, just to see if it's higher.
Dang. Just a flex.
33.
Okay, so Saurus is carefully watching, and Saurus is like, it points to one that's kind of breaking further beyond. You guys catch it, and it is another 35, 40-foot wave. And you are now have to both get up. So both of you independently make acrobatics checks.
In my head, it's just a geometry thing. Saurus is like a head and a half taller than Kaimana on the board, so he sees the big wave first.
Yeah.
Saurus is also terrified because water is not his natural element. So he's like, oh, that's the danger one. Yeah. That's the danger one.
And Kaimana's like, let's get it.
I got 14.
14, okay.
I got a 23.
Okay, so Saurus deftly jumps up to his feet and plants. Kaimana, the strength of this wave is a little bit harder, but you do manage to catch your footing. It's a little wobbly at the start, but then you guys are riding the wave. Anything in particular you'd like to do in this?
I am messaging Atwood right now.
Oh God.
Oh no.
So, anybody watch the game?
What's the word I'm blanking on?
I sent you something, Rob. Tell me if that's good to you.
Yes, that's exactly what I was sending you.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my God, the shared brain cell.
Okay, but who's doing the lift?
I'm doing the lift.
Okay.
I would love to see it the other way, but that's fine.
And then I'll send you the gift, Josh.
Okay.
Oh, this is what I think it is.
Oh yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It is? Okay.
Oh God.
Please.
but I'm gonna be on the nose of the board, not the middle. We're gonna do nose rider.
Oh God. Okay. So go ahead and make an acrobatics check, both of you, to see if you can successfully do that.
Rob, if you just yeet me off the board, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I got a 28.
Okay.
Oh,
I got an 18.
Excuse
All
me,
right.
that's a 30. That's
All right.
a 30.
Oh my
So
God.
you all watch as the barrel begins to break, but then the board shoots out of the barrel, and suddenly you see Kaimana leap up into the air and kind of plank in space, and Saurus catches him, and that's not Dirty Dancing, is that? That's Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
It's dirty dancing.
They dirty dance their way down the wave and successfully come up onto the shore.
As a nose rider.
As a nose rider. And then, good. So do you want to tackle a second wave?
No, we know we got it.
Okay, good. So you ride in, and everyone's kind of cheering and going, and like it's not even a competition. The judges all hold up the Kaimana flag as Kaimana and Saurus win the deuce. And then Greg's like, all right, so Kaimana takes both categories, and Saurus with the second win on the deuce as well. An impressive comeback from his wipeout earlier, which I'm just hearing from the judges also gets the Wipeout Award.
Yay.
55 small pups appear out of nowhere, all carrying fruit. Saurus, dodge.
Oh my God.
Natural 1.
No way. It's the only way it could happen.
As you're coming up, like
I've
cheering.
been rolling like 15s and 18s for riding the waves, and a natural. This is appropriate.
Oh,
Yeah.
your fur's coming out tie-dye,
Yeah.
baby.
There is every kind of fruit you can imagine just suddenly flies from these pups towards Saurus, and you just get smattered. The juice is running everywhere. You
Hey,
come
what
out.
are they doing?
And that is the Wipeout Award. The fruit's delicious and fresh if you catch any, so it's there. Yep. But you now
Kaimana just like snags one and just starts eating it.
yeah, delicious papaya. All right.
Okay, Kaimana's like close enough and not paying attention, so yeah, he catches like a papaya to the face or something like that, but he's not at all upset about it.
All right. Greg says, all right, so for our solo victor, the reward is, and he reaches into his bag and he pulls out and slams into the dirt something that you recognize, Kaimana. It is Greg's first board. The one that he,
God.
like when he was teaching everybody in the Lutrinian culture how to carve a better longboard, because they kind of just had body boards before Greg showed up. It is the one that he used as a model for that. So you have Greg's first board as your new longboard.
Legendary item.
Yeah. And then for the dual winners, there's the Makuhine all come down and they all put leis on you. And you have these beautiful hibiscus leis, large flowers that kind of cover your whole chest and are matching your fur tone right now, Saurus, as each one of the Makuhine. So eventually you end up with 6 leis each.
So Kaimana's just eyes are like visible right
Yeah.
now. Like,
it's Midsommar energy. And then Greg's like, all right, everybody make sure you are up at the festival grounds for your pit barbecue post surf dinner right at sunset, and we will celebrate these two victors.
I go up to Kaimana and unfortunately drenched Saurus, and I'll hand Saurus my towels and kind of clean off as he will, and I like holding something behind my back, like, congratulations, winners.
Saurus did great.
You both did great.
Kaimana, you were amazing. You won the solo competition against very, very good.
In your first year in the adult category too. That's amazing.
This is like the best day ever. This is such a great birthday.
I have something else for you, and I pull out a cake shaped like a clamshell, and next to it a little juice box with a clamshell on it. And you go, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much, Bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that picture's now canon.
Yes, it is.
The picture's canon. Yeah. I was like, Atwood will lose his shit.
And the cake is clam flavored. So
wonderful.
Yep.
Just
for you.
Everyone will love
Just for you, buddy.
Still buttercream frosting, but clam.
Yeah, clam.
It's like cornbread. It's like a cornbread chocolate cake.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Jury, you did manage to return around halfway.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Jury, you are also there now too. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
I am going.
I feel like I got
half
to the
of my lays on each of you. Because I need to go clean off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before I do that, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, I just flop down and just start rolling in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like pepper on like in a bechamel sauce. It's like you're just like when you stand up, you were just coated with the black shiny flakes of the volcanic sandy beach here.
Yeah. And Josh, I rolled for it, and I left Nairoy a note there that said like, "See you soon. Shh, it's a secret. Hi." Oh, this is Jury. On the note. And it's awkward. And there's the note.
So you actively did not speak to Nairoy while you were there?
Well, I rolled. I could speak to him. I mean, we could do that very briefly. I think he's dumb enough to go do that.
Yeah, okay. So
if you don't mind me
I won't say where you went.
Yes.
But on your return back before you go back, you in one of the beautiful sun-dappled courtyards, sitting under a tree, you see a blue tiefling writing in a notebook, just kind of the sun shining lightly on his face. Yeah. He doesn't notice you coming.
I am standing too far away, and I just message to him, not sending, and I'm like, hey, look up. No, at me, over here, across the courtyard.
He kind of searches around and he sees you, and he blinks for a moment and then slams the book closed, puts it into the grass, and then runs across the courtyard to you. Can I? Is it appropriate to? Can I hug you?
We can hug.
So
that's
he
cool.
he hugs, and then he's like, "What are you doing here? You messaged me this morning. You were at a beach."
No, I shouldn't be here. This is a birthday surprise, so I had to get something.
Oh, whose birthday is it?
It's Kaimana's birthday.
Oh, is he? I don't know how old Kaimana is.
Like 13. Oh. He's an adult now, so
it's a big.
We've been letting him drink, but I think that's fine. So I asked his mom; she said it was fine.
Okay, but how are you only here for a brief time? Are you here for a long? We could get dinner tonight.
The dice. No, okay. I have to go. But
wait, Josh, how do time zones work?
Well, so the Nuevia is in the same region of Alyria.
Sorry, I tried. I really did.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He's doing a dumb. He's doing
and
a dumb.
in fact, when Nuevia was started flying, it's flying in the direction of the Vanishing Isles. So it's kind of moving away from the Blight. So it's actually closer to the Vanishing Isles than it was before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be back really soon. But
okay.
I wanted to come by. Sorry, I haven't been calling you, and I like go in my bag and pull out the like notebook I got in Azalor, and I hand it to him.
Oh, wow. These are beautiful. Is this seaweed? Is this?
It is. Yeah, Forbidden City notebook. So
that's in. I will. My other one is almost full. I just kind of the bite of writing recently, and so it's lovely. I can't wait to start. It's always fun to start something fresh.
Good timing. Good. I should probably go back now.
Okay. Be safe. You can call.
I'll call you later. I ran out of sending spells, so I can't call you again. But
well, this was better than a sending spell. So
okay, yeah. Ooh. All right, goodbye. I like touch his hand, but I'm like, no, I gotta leave.
He kind of you touch his hand and he holds it for a moment as you're pulling away, and then he kind of lets it go. Yep.
I misty step and then I run.
Cool. All right. So that happened, and then you're back.
Yeah, and then I'm back.
Yep.
Which I cast a spell again, so
it's definitely going to with that. So
with the teleportation.
Yep, because that's your highest level.
Oh yeah, so good. Jury 0 game whatsoever.
Neither does Naire has none. So.
Mar 100 games, doing none.
Naire has 0 game.
It's good.
What was your D100?
Oh, I do have to roll. Dang. 53.
You are immune to being intoxicated from alcohol?
Damn it.
For
I don't
13 days.
13 days?
I also get drunk.
I would like that Jury doesn't actually know this. And is just going to be drinking and going, what the hell, guys?
Yeah. You don't know that, but that is the effect.
Either.
Yeah.
We're going to find out
make
tonight.
really weak ass
Let me make sure.
alcohol drinks.
Nope. Yep. That was 5d6 days. So yeah, 13 days.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
The worst punishment of math.
And you rolled 13 on 5d6?
Yeah, it was low.
What's worse is I feel like Jury feels the wild magic surge, and then he's like, nothing happened. That's not good. That's worse than a not obvious thing. I got away with it. Cool. All right, I've got my thing. And I'll go find where the group is.
Okay. Yeah, you came back right around the time that they started the doubles competition. So you saw Soris and Kaimana win the doubles.
Good.
And then, so you are there if you would like to present your gift.
Yeah. All right, buddy. I got you something good. Can you guess what it is? I have a little box.
Is it more beans?
No. Tell me, let me tell you. If you
it's a big bean.
Ooh, that would be good.
It's like a potato-sized bean.
Okay, drop the beans. It's not a bean.
What about if it's a bean-sized potato?
It's not a potato. It's better than both of those things.
What's the point of that?
Isn't that just a potato? Anyway,
it's a bigger bean. And it's shiny. It's like the size of a bus, and you would put it in a plaza in a major developed metropolitan city.
Sounds like something a hack artist would do.
Painted silver.
And tourists would take selfies of you every day.
They'll call it the bean, and you'll hate it, and we hate it. Okay, I'm like, okay, here, just take the box. Happy birthday.
Kama's excited, And then he's also like, I've always wanted to have my own little box.
Open the box, Kaimana! in the box. This is as bad as when I gave you that pickling jar and you and your dad thought I got you a jar instead of a pickle kit. Open said.
I'll open the jar. Or I'll open the box.
In the box, you find a Northwick bun.
Oh, holy shit.
Steamy and fresh baked.
Fresh fucking Northwick bun.
Where did you get this?
Nuevia.
We have to share it with everyone.
No, that one's for you.
I'll have a little piece.
Well, it's your birthday gift. You can choose what to do with anyone, but how about we just continue our work on spreading Northwick buns to everywhere, and you can just enjoy this one.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna that way they'll sell out the moment they show up.
Give half to your childhood friend, and then you eat the other half.
I'm gonna go around to like everybody I know.
Oh my god, I spent so many spell slots on that, buddy.
Little pieces like to everybody.
Okay. And this particular one is rose and lavender with a raspberry pistachio like crumble filling on the inside.
When it's all gone, Kaimana has like his head shoved in the box and it's just like whiffing the fumes. Like
I would love for you to imagine Jerry going up to Menorah, who's like escaped a hard thing and is like, "Can you bake me a single?"
Oh, so now that you're there, Menorah has like basically done a pop-up in Nuevia. And so in the Clockwork District, Menorah has a little shop and she is selling Northwick buns.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's her numbers? How's she doing?
She was pretty busy. There wasn't like a long wait, but there were definitely people there and they were coming in as you were going. Yeah.
Good. You love to see it.
We should like become official investors. This is how the party's going to make money.
Yeah.
This is how we retire. This is our retirement.
Yeah.
We franchise one.
All right. The last person, Kaimana, that you go up to give your...
At our bakery.
Yeah, your bakery.
Yeah.
The last person you go up to give a bun to is your mother, Awalueha. And everyone else is kind of headed off towards the city. And she's like, well, I thought we could walk together and talk a little bit.
You have to try one of these.
I would love to.
It's from this wonderful woman who runs this place called the Northwick Bakery. Well, she was from Northwick, but now that she's kind of in all sorts of places. Jerry went and got one for me.
She takes a bite. That's quite delicious and fresh. We don't have a lot of pastries on the island. Quite delicious.
I'm sure we could get her to make a bakery here if we were really nice and
All right. So as Kaimana and Awalueha are going for a little walk, we'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break really quick. Yep.
Thank you, 5.
All right. Thank you, 5. Yay.
Okay.
All right. So as the kind of the beach space, everyone kind of begins to break up and move back towards what they were doing before the night's meal. Awalueha pulls Kaimana aside. Before dinner tonight, it's not an actual present, Kaimana, but it is something, it is a gift, I think. Kaimana?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't respond.
He's listening.
Y'all frozen so many times, it's like we can't tell.
She said, so your friend Jury brought it to my attention and a reminder that we'd never really had a conversation about your ability to do magic.
But I thought it was just that. I mean, it's rare, but I'm already like it's time I accept it. I'm already kind of a rare Lutrinian. I'm already kind of shorter than everyone, and I was not that healthy growing up. But I thought maybe there's a reason. Maybe that was the.
Well, you have a special gift to be able to see and talk to nature, and you always have. And that comes from my side of the family, something that skips sometimes many generations. And I think The last time it really manifested itself was your great-great-great-grandmother, who is also a druid.
You told me about her.
Yeah.
One time.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say anything about it being in the family.
Well, because I didn't want to draw attention to the fact that our family is different than other Lutrinians. Didn't want to seem strange or weird, different, Your great-great-great-grandmother was the one who brought Duke to this plane of existence after she accidentally got lost in the water plane for a little while. I see a lot of her in you.
Amazing.
Our gift comes from the fact that around 150 years ago or so, one of your great ancestors fell in love with a rare Lutrinian man, and in a different for our culture, bonded as a pair, and had a small clutch of only a few pups, but then raised them together. You've met this Lutrinian. It would be Makahani.
Sorry, what?
Our family sometimes manifests through nature magic and respect for the waters and waves, but occasionally as sorcerers of a draconic origin.
That was my great-great-grandfather.
Great-great-great-great-grandfather?
Does he know I'm his great? How many greats is it?
It's 150 years worth of them. I'm sure he is aware of the line. Have you had a conversation with him?
Kind of.
Then he probably is aware, but he wouldn't have wanted to draw attention to it. He's watched many of his progeny grow old and die as he stays, ages at a much lower rate.
I'm not sure how to take this.
Well, it makes you very special. Our family is, because they only had such a small clutch of pups, there are so few of us that carry that line.
But I have to think about. Thank you for telling me.
Well, I think now that you're an adult Lutrinian, it was time that you kind of know.
Oh boy, I am, aren't I?
Yeah. Comes with lots of responsibility.
Guess I am kind of a father figure to some people.
What?
It's a long story, and there'll be if he gets to tell her now about the rats.
Sure.
And little Soros.
Who is there if you want to introduce?
Yeah. I'll introduce him.
He kind of like pops out of your pack. Yeah, I've been hanging around this guy for a little while. He's pretty cool. He's taught me everything that I know, and including the ability to talk. She's like, I've never heard of what are you? A ferret. Why can he talk, Kaimana?
So I learned this magic that you can cast where it allows them to achieve consciousness. And I was already talking to him. I asked him if he wanted to be smarter and think like I do. And he said yes.
That's a quite impressive.
As if that clears everything.
Yeah, that's quite an impressive and difficult amount of magic, from what I understand.
Magic's really weird, like, for me. Like, I see, like, Abel reading a bunch of books and, like, tinkering with, like, little tools and stuff. And then I can just, like, talk to a blade of grass and figure out who's been in the meadow in the last 14 days. I feel like it's not a smart thing. It's a knowledge thing. That makes no sense.
A wisdom thing.
Yes, sure.
It's good that it's not an intelligence thing.
Goes right over Kaimana's head. Little Saurus picks up on it.
Little Saurus. I got the brains. All right. But then she kind of says, I understand that you want to take time to process. I've got to go back to help set up for the dinner for the evening, but you can always ask me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Mom.
Happy birthday.
I love you.
I love you too.
No hug.
Hugs, and she kind of wanders back up the berm and heads off towards Hawole.
Metagaming question.
Yes.
Did Kaimana just become an adult today?
Yeah.
So he's been lying to us about being an adult.
Yeah. This is his adult birthday.
Yeah.
So he's just now 12.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, Kaimana might have forgotten how old he was.
No. It's source would not have picked up on this, but I'm just like, just make sure I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah.
For canon purposes.
Yeah, are you 12 or 13?
Okay, so real quick, just brief spiel on the Trinian culture. So they don't count your actual first year as your birthday because child mortality rates are so high. They count your first year, like your first birthday is a big deal because it means you've lived a year, you're probably going to live to adulthood.
Yeah.
Kaimana didn't celebrate his first birthday for 2 years.
Oh, because he was sick.
He was so sickly and like...
Yeah.
So, like, technically, yes, he was an adult last year. Really, like, it was this year.
Yeah.
Societally was.
Societally, they saw...
He got held back a grade.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
13 in Illyrian years, but 12 in Lutrinian years. Yeah.
And he's still tiny. Like,
yeah. All right. As the kind of the beach clears and you all are there, start heading back towards the city or towards the wharf.
Yeah, I've got a drink and I'm like, it's so weak here. I'm like, I don't even have a buzz. Like, I guess
what are you talking about? This is the strongest shit I've ever had.
It's literally called a shipwrecker.
Yeah, I've had like 3 of these and I don't feel it.
It's like Journey's on his
Can
7th.
I have like a medicine check? I'm concerned.
You can. So you do a medicine check on the drink that Jury is drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it on like Jury.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
Jury is not like, I don't know, like somehow sober while has alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can
Jury, that's your 7th call a cab.
Yeah.
She's basically Captain America.
Yeah.
The way her body is metabolizing.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah. So the only thing you can, the smell of the alcohol from the drink is very strong, and Jury has drank most of it. That's a lot of alcohol. He should really be feeling it, and so that might be concerning.
Jury's like, must be a half-orc thing.
I think of all the times that I've seen Jury like close to blackout before.
On like 2 drinks.
Yeah.
His con is 15. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you remember when he rolled that nat 1 after drinking with the pirates, and then got super fucking wasted? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, it's Kaimana's adult birthday. This is like his 21st birthday. He needs to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah, I'm drinking
That's why jury's had
drinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, here you go, Kaimana. This isn't doing anything. You take some of that.
Right. So you all get shipwreckers to go from the little beachside bar, which is closing down because they're moving all the drinks and things up to whatever. And you make your way back along the wharf towards the ship.
Yes.
Why does it taste better out of a coconut? I mean, it's the same as the drink in the wooden cup, but it tastes better out of a coconut.
It does. It's called aesthetics. I'm still not drunk. What is happening?
It's weird because I always thought it tastes good coming out of the wooden cup because I spent my whole life drinking a natural coconut.
Oh, maybe it's the newness thing.
Perspective. I need to be drunk. Why am I not? What is happening?
And I've never had coconut before, so that extra little bit of flavoring is probably making a difference that I'm picking up on. So,
Doris, do you know when your birthday is?
Yeah, we haven't done your birthday yet.
We haven't done a birthday for you. I'm assuming that you haven't had one.
Like a winter baby?
You could have.
I was a rat when I was born, and so have no concept of time, and then was being tortured alive. And we really didn't have calendars for that.
I got some of my birthday cake left.
What season was it when you first remember being out of Arumon's breath?
Well, I escaped about 2 years before meeting up in Broadfield. Maybe a month past that. But I was sentient a little while before that while still in captivity.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking maybe we count it as like when you got out. That was like
like a freedom day kind of thing.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I don't know when that would be, but we could just kind of...
I can give an approximate date from when it happened based on what I learned from living with the monks.
Yeah. So it'd probably be, you say it was like 2 years and a few months. So you probably got like 3 months or so before you would hit that mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be a summer baby.
Summer baby.
A summer baby.
That's great.
Do you want to share some of my cake, Doris?
Sure.
It is a clam cake.
It is clam.
He's a rat.
Yeah. It's delicious.
And a monk who cannot be poisoned or whatever. So I'm reminded of the rat in Ratatouille. It's like once you get past the gag factor, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Jerry started drinking out of his flask, and he's just chilling watching y'all.
So you all kind of made your way toward the wharf area. You're probably sitting along the wharf, dipping your toe in the water, drinking, laughing. The sounds of people preparing a festival up on Haoli, lighting torches, getting ready. The sun is not quite setting, but it is on the path towards setting.
Wait, Josh, am I immune to being drunk now?
So you're technically immune to poison and disease, but I'm not going to take away your ability to get drunk. If you would like to get drunk as a...
You can't get alcohol
poisoning. Yeah.
You can't get drunk.
Yeah. So you've got that. It's fine.
Kaimana obliterates himself.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Marlo.
Yeah.
All of the sounds that you're hearing of celebration and joy and people laughing and the ticket takers around you, there is a sound that you hear, and only you, because of your perception and your attuned senses. Wings beating.
Oh no. Oh no. Where's it coming from?
As you're asking that question, you jump up and you hear the sound kind of approaching from behind. And it is this point where you start to hear like shouts of concern from various Lutrinians on the wharf as a shadow passes over the wharf, and you see an enormous violet dragon fly above the wharf of Aoli. It circles out towards the water, and just as it's turning to come back up from your direction, you see a splash from the bottom of the waves as another dragon shoots out of the water and hits him in the air. And you see the blue shape of the dragon form of Makahani tackle into this giant violet drake. And there's a roar and an explosion of water and violet energy as they clash and tumble and then hit the waves. I imagine you all run in the direction of where this is coming from, so you make your way back towards the beach. A moment later, the splashing and tussling in the water, you start to see waves coming in, frothing with red. And then standing on the beach, you see a figure rising out of the waves. Long silver hair, a mustache, a violet cloak. Transformed out of his dragon form, you see Saurus for the first time in person for quite a long while. Ahriman. He lifts his hand, and telekinetically you see the body of Makahani, now transformed out of his dragon form, in his Lutrinian form, kind of rise up, and he throws him up onto the beach at your feet. It's not dead, but gravely injured. Floating above the waves, there, in front of each of you. Well, aren't you all a sight for sore eyes? You've been quite a thorn in my side these last few months. So I thought, instead of sending one of my friends, and he snaps his fingers and you hear people coming from the dunes behind you, I would come myself. I think you have some...
Can I?
Yep. You can turn around. Yeah. Behind us. So you can turn and see. You see a very familiar figure to you, Saurus, somebody that you've met before. A young individual who fought Marlowe in a cage pit. You see Yara with a new sword, new armor.
Oh yeah, because they like
yeah.
Rated her like a Baldur's Gate enemy.
Yeah. You see a kind of tall, dark-haired, Shadowheart energy a woman standing with a pair of daggers at her hips, black obsidian daggers, wearing kind of a form-fitting black ensemble. And they're kind of standing at the back. You have a few things that belong to me. I would like them now.
Which things specifically are you looking for?
He makes a motion.
So there is no misunderstanding.
Make a strength saving throw, Source.
It's 16 plus 5. 20.
20. You feel something hit you, energy making contact. And normal Archmage, 20 would absolutely be a success. But then you feel the energy of the dragon behind him push through, and you feel yourself lifted off the ground, telekinetically pulled in his direction. first a wayward rebus.
You could have asked nicely.
What's the fun in that?
Now you'll never know.
He kind of pulls you in his direction. And what you found in Azalor. He lifts Saurus into the air, slams him into the sand. Saurus, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna move forward and we're gonna go, stop.
He holds Saurus in the air.
There's a traitor in your midst, and we know who it is.
And?
Well, I suppose you enjoy collaborating with devils then, do you?
Who do you speak of?
Why would I tell you? I want to make a deal.
He pulls Saurus up. You have a moment.
If I tell you everything I've learned, then you will hold off on your plans for this until we have dealt with the blight. And then we will return to it.
Another figure has appeared in the back. And you, hearing him shuffling, you turn to see a tall, dark-skinned human, kind of a mop of hair. What could you provide me that would be better in dealing with the blight and the power buried in your friend?
Someone is going to betray you at the blight.
He pulls Saurus very close to him, looks him in the eye. Who can truly betray a god?
Let me talk with my friends. For one.
Talos, keep an eye on them. And you see that figure in the back, the dark-skinned, kind of transforms for a moment, and you see a young black drake, Makahani, coming to consciousness. I tried, but he got to him before I could.
Not your fault.
Yeah, I still being held by...
He's kind of got you, he releases you, you feel the tether of that spell release enough that you can walk to your friends.
Brew puddle.
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
When he said what we found in Azalor, and I had given
Tyrell,
fucking,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dimwala the fake, the messed up ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check to see if he obviously knows that was a fucked up ritual?
Yeah,
and
sure.
that's
Go
what
ahead.
he's referring to, or
Yeah.
if he's referring to something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please be good. 25.
You get the impression that it might be a search for information beyond the ritual. He's not. It's not like what you provided with me was not good. It's was there more that you left out? Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay, so we huddle up, and I guess we start messaging, so they hopefully don't hear us.
We've got the earbuds. So
Yeah.
can effortlessly. What's the plan here?
Source starts disrobing down to his small clothes.
Huh?
I'm going to have to go with him. There's no way out of that. What we need to do is buy time, because I know you will come. And I trust that you'll get there in time, or if not, that you'll do what needs to be done. Or if you can give me the evidence, I can take that and sow distrust. If you could also give me the journal entry from Yusuf. I know we want to do it, but if I can...
No.
If we can put the seed that everyone around him is going to betray him, then we slow him down because he can't trust anybody to work with him except maybe his son.
Stones too?
No. No. We don't have the stones. The stones aren't here. And that's another reason why not to fight him, because if you bring them here, he's going to win.
Abel says, when I had the vision of his ritual that involved Soris, he had none of the stones. He was using the dragons.
All of
the ones from the prismatic array.
You can use
we have a leg up on him. Because we know that the adult dragons are waking up.
Right. And one of the things I take out of my pocket is the sending stone to Tiernan. It's like alternate way to get message and to try and rally, because he should know that the others are waking up. That's why that's why I feel that this isn't over yet. That we've got allies, but we can't risk a fight here. We're going to lose it, and we'd burn Kaimana's village to the ground. So make up something interesting for him for information, or tell him half-truths, and I'll take your folders.
Yeah, I give him all of the evidence on fucking bitch face, Yusuf, and that's what I have for him.
And the very last thing is Source is disrobing and making this neat stack. Is like, this is for when you come to rescue.
Stick with him, Source.
You'll be able to give it to me there, because otherwise they're going to take it from me anyway and hide it who knows where, and I've become attached to some of these things. Plus, if you're having to do a scry, it might help that you have something that's closely associated. The very last thing he does is he takes history.
Take you? We don't have any other option. We just have to let him take you.
That's the only thing I can see. We do the most harm we can with this. We buy the most time we can with it.
How close are we to a tree? Yeah.
You're at the kind of the wave break of the beach. It's
okay.
Pretty good distance.
What is the casting time on that too?
All we need to do.
One action.
Let Source go. We run to Alyria. We prep, and we storm the castle.
Yeah.
Be able to find it because you can scry me. Find out where I am and track it that way.
Do you take off the necklace, Source?
I have not been wearing the necklace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
that would be, yeah.
I've been counting on the ship and with my attunements to get other things.
In my mind, it was he scryed on one of the other ticket takers, but he can have scryed on you then, yeah.
Yeah, I took it off when we went to Azalor because everybody knew where we were.
Did you see Saurus's sick wipeout, though?
That would just add industry to the insult. Very last thing Saurus does is take the sending stone to Jane and just says, having to go away for a while. But the ticket takers will get me back. When I do, I'd like to go see that meadow again with you. And then I put it, and I don't wait for a reply, and I just put it on top of my jacket.
So the message does not come through to you.
Can I sleight of hand to palm Saurus a bean?
Sure, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Incredible.
Of all things.
No.
Beans will win.
No, I know.
That reminds me, one of the things when Saurus is stripping down is he flips up his eye patch, and where his eye socket is, instead of a fake eye, he pulls out a diamond. And I've been saving this in case we needed an emergency resurrection. And passes that. And so
sick House of the Dragon shit right there.
So cool. I'll take that.
And so when Atwood passes me the bean, I'm gonna slip it into my eye socket and put the patch back down.
Can I, as a rogue, who knows Kaimana well, see the bullshit that's going on and like move, but like position myself in a way so I'm hopefully at least blocking eyesight of just a couple of people to give him an advantage on this maneuver?
Go ahead
and if we're making the pulling out the diamond the focal point.
Yep, go ahead and make a
sliding down
sleight of hand with advantage. Come on.
Oh my God.
That's going to be the thing that gets me out of jail in the castles.
2 13s.
Not great.
Wow.
Is that 13 the total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get some bardic inspiration, Jerry?
Can Abel flash?
Oh, Abel. So yeah, plus 6.
Yeah.
So that's a 19. Okay.
Jury's kind of fucked up right now.
There's a Ahriman. You watch, Marlo, as Ahriman's eyes cut to what's happening, but he's just juggling spells in the air and is not afraid of whatever that was.
Okay.
Yeah, he gonna regret that when a pyramid drops on his head.
And Josh, you know about the other thing I've got in my eye socket?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Such a weird thing to store things.
Using it like a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah.
Well, it's, and I'm hoping that I made the diamond obvious that, okay, that's the only thing in there.
Yeah.
So the other's hidden. So
yeah.
I feel like Jury's crackling with wild magic.
Yeah.
I have a hand on Jury so he doesn't like things right now.
Yeah.
Jury's losing it.
Y'all are gonna have to pry Kaimana off of Saurus. He's hugging him now.
Yeah, I'm gonna give hug to each of them, starting with Kaimana, then moving on to Kaimana and Jury, then moving on to Kaimana and Abel, and then finally giving another to Kaimana and putting him aside, and then he gives Mar a hug.
Oh yeah.
And says to her quietly so that only she can hear, you are my second friend ever, and the person I trust the most. I know you'll either save me or make sure that I'm not used by you. And I'm okay with that. I hope it doesn't come to that. But we too do what must be done to protect the children. And I glance back at Kaimana and Jury.
Jury's Jury can't even look at you right now.
I just in the hug, just go. I love you, and I will get what you want. Whether it be in life or death. And it will be life.
I'm great with that. And I love you too. And gives big hug. And then he walks over to Aramon.
Okay. As
with the bundle of stuff.
As you're walking, Saurus, you feel like the telekinetic jaunt on the bundle like lift off, and it flies back into a pouch on Aramon's side, and then he kind of grabs you again with it, since you're not resisting, and pulls you forward. Well, I suppose it's time to see what you're actually made of then. And he casts Power Word Kill on Saurus.
Oh no!
You see Saurus, the energy hit him and go lifeless. But then he pulls out a stone and throws it, and it hits Saurus's chest. And the lifeless body, it sits there for a moment, and then it in a glittery storm around him. And first, for the first time, you all see the tethers that have always surrounded Saurus, swirling around his arms, coursing from one of his eyes out, a mass of shadowy energy. But then, on the other side of Saurus, a light begins to glow. And sprouting from Saurus's back, one skeletal wing, one of feathers. It was the ASMR blood then, after all. Let's go then. And he takes Saurus, grabs him, vanishes. You
take everyone with him.
Talos immediately kind of wings up and begins to fly off in the direction of the Cloudy City. Make a perception check, Marlo.
Okay. I can also move really fast now, right?
You can, yes.
Okay. Just asking.
Marlo gonna fuck a bitch up.
Nothing. Perception?
Yes.
21.
So you turn, and Yara is turning, and she has something in her hand, and she's looking at you. Just before she crunches what's in her hand, you see her eyes, and there's a violet glaze on them.
Oh.
Make an Arcana check, and Jury, you can as well. And
Jury's
Abel,
fucked up.
Is that on Eris as well, or just on her?
you do not see it on Eris.
Oh man, she tried to defect, didn't she?
Jury's like anime yelling right now, like
oh wow,
collapse
I'm
on
not
the
good at
ground.
Arcana. That was really good.
So-
22.
You've heard of a spell before called Gaius? And you're seeing the effects of this on Yara. Just as she crunches what's in her hand.
Do I know what could be done to break that?
It's like a once every 30 days saving throw.
Every third, and there's no other way to break it.
I mean, it can be removed with certain like magical means, but in the sense of like, does damage do it or what? No. So Yara, who joined this of her own free will, has now had her will removed. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Josh, I'm going to propose something.
Sure.
Can I arm on flip? Tell us we're not. Can I flip into my state and I can run? I can move, like breaking the laws of physics. I want to try to kill Yara.
Okay.
Can I get like full sneak attack, do like so much fucking damage on her, like full actions, everything? I want to try to get her out in one round.
Roll initiative. because they're both watching you.
You roll the plus because I give you that every day.
I'm thinking, for everyone in this game, I'm thinking that if I kill her and then get us to revive her, that maybe the Gaius will.
That would break it. Yeah, that's true.
I do have one, thankfully.
And you have a diamond.
I already had one, but yes, we have another one.
If errors get in my way, I want.
Yeah, Mar, roll the plus 1d8, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I give you that every morning. That is just something I will always cast on you. So.
Oh, thank you. That was an 8 on that d8, baby. Thank you.
I need you to fuck shit up.
That is 28.
Okay. So it's not a surprise because they're both watching you. But you do have...
But they are surprised by me going into a fucking weird state.
Yeah, that's true. That is surprising. So you do have first move.
Mm-hmm. I want to, and you're going to have to help me with this because you know that I'm still figuring out
it's full moon.
What I'm doing. It's a full moon.
It's still, I mean, like, it's like the period, so it's still full moon.
So what remind me what the full moon does for me?
Let me pull.
I forgot, and I don't think it's on any of my things right now. On D&D Beyond.
Okay, so make your attacks, and then I'll try to find it and pull it up to you.
Okay, and I get. We determined it's 5, right? 5 hits.
So it's 2, 3 normally.
1 from being in this state. 1 from the tiller.
5.
And then bonus action.
Yep. 5.
I'm gonna. I don't.
And then there was the thing from Jury.
For your initiative.
The wild magic. Didn't you get an extra action?
You did. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
You do have another action. Holy shit.
So I can do an extra 2 on top of that?
Yep.
Holy shit.
So 7 attacks. Right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rob, I love you for bringing that up.
Rob,
I forgot about that.
I love you so much for like that.
I can't remember names.
No, but you'll remember a goddamn mechanic.
But I remember the mechanics.
Rob, you're everything.
That's what I needed. Because you know I don't do that.
Yeah. Okay.
First one is a... What do you do? Are you a 13 or an 18? 27.
That hits?
27.
Yep.
28.
Yep.
Higher than 28.
Yep.
27. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
That die just went to hell. So we're just gonna start rolling another one. Has someone been counting how many I'm doing? Because I lost track.
27, 27, 28, 27. That was 5. Because you said the last one failed, or was it? Oh no, you dropped it.
No, I rolled it off the table.
So that's 4.
That's 4.
Yep,
okay.
4.
And then that's higher, so that's a 5th hit. That's probably not going to do it. That's a 20.
No, there's like a magical energy barrier like flares up and blocks it.
Okay. It'd be really cool if it was a nat 20. Hey, sometimes you just say it and it just works out for you. That's not me.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So your 7th was a nat 20. Yep.
So 6 hits, 1's a nat 20.
Yep.
Cool.
I don't get sneak attack here. There's no reason I would get sneak attack.
No, but you get you get everything else. So you get your normal damage and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Also
I'm also if I don't get her, I'm just gonna state this out loud because I'll forget. If I don't get her, I'm gonna action search.
Okay.
If I don't get her all the way down here.
Yeah.
God damn.
You don't want to piss off Mar.
Okay. Okay. What the fuck is happening here?
So if it just like, what's your number of dice in one attack?
With the crit or without?
It's
normal.
It's just 1. It's 1d8 plus 10.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 6d8.
Then add 60.
And then add 60. Yeah.
My fucking god.
Does she get does she get an extra one for the double damage?
We'll do that one at last because we can do all the normal hits at the same time.
Okay.
Sweet buttery Christ! Like,
Happy birthday, Kaimana.
Plus 60.
Damn it. Josh
90,
wasted
91.
91. Okay.
And then the nat 20
So
is
that's
going to be
2d8 plus 10. Mm-hmm.
so another 20, so it's 111.
God.
And as you charge forward and the gift of Naginda activates, you all watch as this emblem of the full moon kind of just imposes over Mar, and then Mar charges through that, and it is a flurry, it is a explosion of attacks. And normally with Wave Dancer and with the Tiller, there is a spray of water or sand. It is a very natural attack pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of these hits explodes in a burst of moonlight radiant energy, as this is all radiant damage, which matters because Yara's armor is necrotic in nature.
Oh, fuck.
So she takes an additional D4 for each hit, which I'll roll those really quick.
Oh my god.
Mar bringing the fucking pain.
I can't wait for the total on this.
And you took my friend.
It's additional 16 points of damage. So that's 130 something.
111 plus 16 is 127.
Oh, 127, yeah.
Do I need to action search?
So the final cut hits and you turn and there's just a spray of blood everywhere from this attack on Yara, who, before she could even blink, and you see the purple light shatters from her eyes.
And as soon as she starts to go down, I grab her.
And she collapses.
Don't let her hit the ground.
And then at that point, you feel the dagger at your throat.
And I whip up to her and I go now.
Hold. It's not here.
I know. Get the fuck out of here.
You might need this. She tosses something at your feet, and she crushes what's in her hand, and Eris vanishes.
Did she leave me Super Stone?
You bend down, clutched in your hand, the divine stone of Suvanar.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Okay, some good came out of this.
Because my sword levels up.
It does. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Oh my god.
Right on my fucking birthday?
Yeah.
And Jury's, I love this town. This town is my town.
God damn it.
Josh
Every
watching me
fucking
spend
time.
my fucking 5th level spell slots on a fucking cupcake while this shit was gonna happen later. I used my fucking counter spell. I used my telekinesis
I knew it'd be
slot.
something. Like, I knew I was like, this is... Like, there has to be something that activates the plot to force our asses to get off this island. I didn't know the Armon himself showed up. It was like, hey, idiots.
I feel like this was like the moment in like the Avengers saga where Thanos finally went, that's fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was the moment where Armon was like, oh, they are actually competent and not.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
we've been joking about that too.
Yeah.
We've been saying like, oh, he finally takes us seriously now, and Josh going,
Mm-hmm. He does.
Okay.
He was pissed about what we
He
did in
does.
Azalor.
Yeah.
For sure. So
wow.
he's not happy about
But-
Azalor. We antagonized him heavily there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
Rob,
he
are we
doesn't
gonna
know about
miss
the
you?
dragons waking up.
He
and
doesn't
you
yet,
got him, you got him the conspiracy theory
Rob, don't even know. Rob.
about the devil to Mar, from Mar. So we've done some damage in return.
Yeah.
So Rob, are you missing for like the next sessions or what?
Yep.
We'll figure it out.
Josh actually obviously talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, I could tell when you were like, "I'm going to go away." I was like, "This was conversation."
Yeah.
This was
because Josh would not fucking power word kill anyone.
He gave the option of
well. Also, so Source isn't dead. Like he did bring him back.
Yes.
However, the power word kill would have hit one of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, very bad to know he has that. Now we know that.
No, actually, great to know he has.
No, I'm saying that's what I meant. I meant it's like it's useful to know that that's something we would need to be prepared for.
Yeah, we need to waste his time.
And Josh gave the option of, do you want it to be in combat or do you want it to just be taken? And I'm like, I'd rather it not be, because the other option was at the tail end of the Naginda stuff of him coming in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, let's do it outside. Let it be choice by
oh my god,
Doris. And like I said, it actually had some, once this was before we figured out about the lady being the demon, so this actually worked out well. Because he was already going to go show the Yusef that people are plotting against you, but this way, hopefully, the only person he'll trust is like his son, which will slow down the experiment.
Make a paranoid dragon even more so.
Yep. So
double-edged sword, but
yeah, and we've built up a lot of allies. So for me, this made the most sense.
No, narratively, this is like, I think,
the
coolest way to do it. That was awesome.
Jeez.
I literally woke up on Thursday and I was like, one, I know that Kaimana's going to get the reveal that Makani is like his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
That had no idea.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. And
I knew something was up.
Yeah. And then I was like, I just had this image of Armon rising from the waves with his body and chucking it on the thing. And I was like, that's exactly what we're going to do.
As soon as he
on his birthday.
Yeah. But what if his mom didn't tell him that too? Like,
it's true.
That wouldn't have been as significant.
Right.
He said he's not dead, right? He's just like,
he's not dead.
He did. He came to consciousness. I mean, he's fucked up, but
for sure.
There was no way that little young dragon was going to take on an ancient drake. So he was just trying to protect the village.
Oh
yeah. Narratively, it was a great session.
That was awesome.
Everything.
It started off nice and fun and light, and okay, it got serious, and we think it's serious. No, that wasn't serious. Let me show you what serious is.
Yeah, you all have a little buzz.
I don't.
You're all a little drunk except for Jury.
I have a feeling this sobered everybody up, Josh.
Yeah.
Jury is as most sober as he's ever been, and he hates it.
And
going back to try and drink this away, and it's not going away, and finally it's just like dots floating in the keg.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Currently,
how are we gonna explain it to the rat?
Oh no.
Oh no.
They probably saw it happen.
Or Ronnie.
Yeah.
Well, you have to explain it to Ronnie.
I'm just gonna cut the last 20 minutes and send it as a video to him. Like, just watch this. Yeah.
Hey, I think someone should just drop in the group chat, hey Ronnie, Armon used power word kill on Soren. And
do it now.
Nothing else.
Do it now.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be thinking about this all week.
I only took 2
this week, so we can actually talk in person.
Good before the doctor takes all my blood.
Oh.
I'm getting a bunch of blood tests done on Wednesday.
Ugh.
So wish me
fasting blood test or regular blood test?
No, not fasting.
Okay, those suck.
See, that makes it sound like a lot when you write it like that, Atwood.
Yeah. Armon only has 2 9th level spells. Just so you all know.
Only 2.
Only two.
So you could kill 2 of us.
Well, no. That doesn't mean he has 2 9th level spell slots.
Oh, slots. Okay,
yeah, I only took 2 9th level spells for him.
I see.
Also,
and the thing is, Ronnie's going to think we're fucking with him and going, yeah, you're right, whatever. And it's like, no, really.
Yeah.
Well, that paired with the meme above is not good. Where's that sock monkey gif?
Also, like, in my head, I'm like, this does like an autopsy or whatever of Saurus's body, and like water at some point like gets into Saurus's eye socket.
Oh my god. Like a pirate.
As a whatever, Saurus, you now have access to the ASMR racial ability that grants you the ability to grow wings and fly at certain times. Okay. And you are, because of the way that it's because of these shadow inflection, you can choose. So ASMR have a, when they sprout their wings, there's usually an effect. You can either have the radiant effect or you can have the necrotic effect. And I'll send both of those to you so you can look at them. But that is a choice that you have. But since your lineage has that ASMR, you now have that ability.
Nice.
And if Saurus gets saved.
Is Armand's other 9th level spell Wish?
No, so if one of you takes Wish, that's great. Fine. I'm not giving.
I think Wish is a bullshit spell.
I think Wish is a bullshit spell too. No,
it has been
no.
so nerfed. It's a bullshit spell.
If you want to know, Armand's not a traditional archmage because he is a dragon. Right. But he is built for war because that was his role in the subversion, and that is what he's been preparing for, is this war that's coming. So if you want to look at what a mage might look like who's built for war.
I'm mad that you made him sound kind of hot too. He sounded kind of hot.
That's the worst thing you've ever said.
Why would you say it? It's the violent imagery.
I hear bullshit from you every day of, that person's hot. And I go, well, that's awful.
We always described it a hot manner.
If you want to know who he's model designed after, it's Fire Lord
I knew it was
not Ozai, Sozin. So the one the older, long stringy hair.
I was thinking Brad Dourif in Lord of the Rings.
That one works too, but yeah. It's very it could be Saruman energy.
Fire Lord Sozin to be attractive.
It was just how Josh described him. Pretty much, Josh describes a lot of people. They sound very attractive.
He's
rising from the waves, dripping wet, with silver long hair. That's an anime thing.
Oh, but the beauty of that was the moment he rose from the waves, he just naturally prestidigitated the water away. So he rose from the water completely dry.
He practiced this, bastard.
He's had hundreds of years.
He thought about that.
He knows how to make an entrance. You got to give the man credit.
Yeah.
He did the birthday meme where it's like, "Did you come on my birthday? Birthday gifts and birthday."
Well, I was thinking like the pins Kaimana, and I don't know if anyone knows the fucking